Hello students, we will discuss about a new topic, that is chapter number 6 in that textbook, that is linear inequalities. And in this chapter we will study that how to deal that linear inequalities, and already we dealt with the equalities there, right? How to solve that equalities, we know that things, right? So what's the differences between that solving that equalities and linear inequalities? Clear? So linear inequalities, so there's inequalities we already used in that day-to-day life. Okay, suppose after getting your marks, your parents will ask that how much you got in maths. Okay, suppose you got that 90 marks, okay, you will tell that 90 marks there. Soon after that one, your parents will ask, okay, what about that marks obtained, your friend, how much he got, or she got? So that time you will tell that, okay, she got that less than me. Okay, less than, it is also inequality, right? Okay, so similarly in mathematical part, okay, here, suppose if you want to buy that some pens which cost, each pen cost 23 rupees, and some erasers, each eraser cost rupees 7. And you have that total rupees, okay, so it is 200 rupees. How many pens and how many erasers you can buy? So that representation we can represent like this way. Suppose it is X number of pens if you want to buy, and here Y number of erasers you can buy by using that 200 rupees there. So in that case, okay, so it comes like this way. It is 23 into X is a invested money behind that X number of pens, plus 7 into Y, it is a total invested, okay, about that Y number of erasers, and total cost, it cannot be more than 200, it should be less than or equal to 200. So this kind of symbols, whenever it comes like greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, such kind of expressions, we are calling it as inequalities. Okay, your definition, it says that any two real numbers or algebraic expressions obtained by this kind of symbols, okay, obtained by symbols greater than, less than, otherwise greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, it forms an inequality. Okay, this is whatever the definition it says, but definition they won't ask there, okay, very rare. So here, what about that some examples I'll write here. So suppose we normally will write it is 2 is less than 3, right, agreeing. Okay, so suppose if it is expression, if you go for, okay, it is x plus 1 is greater than 5 if I write, right? So otherwise if I go for somewhat like this kind of thing, it is x plus 2y, okay, which is greater than or equal to 20. Otherwise, suppose if I write it as somewhat, it is x square plus 2x plus 3, which is less than or equal to 20. Okay, otherwise, this kind of expression, okay, so suppose here it is 3x, and 3x is greater than 10, and it is less than or equal to 25. Okay, this kind of expressions we are obtaining by using this kind of symbol, less than, greater than, and all, we are calling it as inequalities here. Okay, this inequality, it is numerical inequality, numbers only it is there. And this expression, okay, this inequality, it is some expressions are there. Okay, it is linear inequality in one variable, x matra untu. And this inequality, it contains two variables. Okay, so once again it is linear, highest power of x and highest power of y, it is 1. So linear inequality in two variables. Okay, this one, it is quadratic inequality we are saying, and here it is double inequality we are saying. And that inequality containing this kind of symbol, greater, okay, less than, greater than symbol, we are calling it as a strict inequality. But that inequality containing greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, we are calling it as a slack inequality. okay, slack inequality. Okay, slack inequalities we are going to call. So these are the types of linear otherwise inequalities here. So out of this, okay, so this is linear, okay, this is quadratic, we are not going to study this one, it is in this chapter. This is also a linear, it is double inequality we are saying. Okay, fine. So we know that how to solve that equations there, right? Suppose if I take that one equation, it is like 1 divided by, it is 3x plus 5, which is equal to somewhat like 2 divided by minus 9x if I take. Okay, how we are solving this inequality here? So we are solving like first we are going for that cross multiplication, right? Okay, don't write this part, it is equation. We are talking, okay, we need to talk about that inequality. I start from here. It is cross multiplication, it is 9x, this is equal to. So here it comes with that 2 into 3x plus 5. So how to proceed after that cross multiplication? Here it is multiplication, it comes, it is 6x plus 10, and we are trying to eliminate this 6x. It is how we are trying to eliminate it is normally we are taking to the left hand side. Actual method is like this one. So you're going to subtract that 6x from both the sides. That time what it become here, it is if you're subtracting from that, okay, 6x, so it is minus 15x it comes. And on the right hand side, okay, on the right hand side it comes as a 10, right? And once again, I don't want that minus 15, it is minus 15 into x is there, right? So I don't want that minus 15 to get that x. So what we do, we need to divide, okay, both the sides by minus 15 it is. So that time what it become, it is x is equal to, it is minus 10 divided by 15. So if you simplify this one, it is minus 2 divided by 3. Okay, this is a solution of x for this particular equation it is, right? So this is how you are going to do some cross multiplication, some elimination things we are going to do, right? So same operations, whether it works in case of we are solving that inequality, like adding any number on both the sides, okay, subtracting any number, same number on the both the sides, multiplying any non-zero number, otherwise dividing by a non-zero number, all these operations we are doing in that equation, inequality work ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ check ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಉಂಟು, right? Okay, so for that particular thing, we'll go for some questions here, so we'll see, and you take a break, okay, you take that pause and just think about inequality, ಕೆಲವು inequality ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಬರೀರಿ, solve ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ try ಮಾಡಿ, that time you'll come to know which and all it works or not. So here, how to find the solution of linear inequality. So what do you mean by solution in the sense? Solution in the sense, value of x which makes inequality a true statement. Value of x which makes inequality a true statement. Suppose if you have that linear inequality like this one, it is x is less than 7, where your x belongs to that natural number. So in that case, what about that values of x it is, so that this inequality it becomes true. So which are the possible values here? It is x we can take like less than 7 irbeku, and it should be a natural number. So it comes as it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So these are the solutions of this inequality it is. Okay, because it satisfies this inequality, it makes this inequality a true statement it is. And this set of solution, we are calling it as a solution set. And before going for solving that questions here, which are the rules it is applicable in solving that inequalities here? Suppose if it is x is less than y, if it is x is less than y, okay, what it represent, how can represent along your number line? Suppose this is your x number and this is your y number, and suppose for this inequality, if you add by some number, it is h, same number on the both the sets. So that time where it comes x plus h it is, so it comes on the right side part greater, okay, so it is x plus h it comes here. So here also ಎಂತಾಗ್ತದೆ, okay, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, so it is y plus x h it is, right? Similarly, for that inequality, x is less than y, okay, for this inequality once again, if I subtract by h it is same number, when you are subtracting on both the sides, what about that inequality where it represents, okay, it is x minus h, right? And here also ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈಚೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, it is y minus h it is. But that inequality it remains the same. When you are adding or subtracting by a same quantity on both the sides of inequality, that inequality remains the same, right? So that's why we can do this operation as well as this operation easily as we do in that equations. Here also we can do that inequality. In case of inequality also we can apply these two rules. So now here, what about that third one and fourth one, multiplying as well as dividing here? Suppose if I take, it is 2 is less than 3, right? So in this case, suppose if I multiply by a positive number, if I multiply by plus 5, if I multiply by plus 5, so what about that numbers it comes? Here it is 10 and here it comes as a 15. So which one is larger? Again 15 is larger than 10, right? So it is 10 is less than 15 we can say, right? But if you multiply for this inequality, if you multiply by a negative number, okay, so suppose if you multiply by minus 5, so in this case what happens? It is minus 10 here and here it is minus 15 it comes. So which one is larger? Okay, so here it is minus 10 is larger than that minus 15. What happens about that inequality? It is reverses. That, okay, less than symbol it changes to greater than symbol it is, right? So that's why in case of your multiplication and okay, in case of your multiplication, so when you are multiplied by negative numbers, okay, it should be careful, okay, you need to change that symbol. In the same way for that dividing also, suppose if it is, okay, 5 is less than 10, right? So what I do is I'll divide by a positive number, okay, if I divide by plus 5, so what happens here? It is 1 and here it is 2. So once again 2 is larger, there is 1 is less than 2 we can say, right? So inequality remains the same. But suppose if I divide by minus 5, so what happens? It is minus 1 and here it is minus 2. So which one is larger? Minus 1 is larger than minus 2. So inequality reverses. So in case of your multiplying and dividing, we should be very careful in case of inequality it is, right? So here we can go for that multiplying, otherwise dividing without changing the symbol, without changing that inequality. Only if it is multiplied or divided by a positive quantity on both the sides, it remains the same. But if it is divided or multiplied by negative quantity, same quantity on both the sides, in that case inequality reverses. That means if it is less than is there, greater than, other less than or equal to, if it is there, greater than or equal to, like that it comes. So that's why when you're using these two properties, you should be very careful, okay? So you should be very careful. It won't work in all the cases there, it won't work in all the cases, it won't be same as your equation part it is. So here you should be careful. So now what about that cross multiplication part? Suppose if I take one example, like it is 1 divided by x minus 1, okay, less than it is somewhat 2 by 3 if I take, okay. So in this case I can't go for that cross multiplication directly it is, okay. So what do you mean by cross multiplication? In the sense you're going to multiply by, okay, suppose if I want to multiply this one here, okay, so you're going to multiply both the sides by x minus 1, x minus 1, but I don't know whether that x is positive or negative. So that means what? X minus 1, whether it is positive or negative, we don't know. So that's why we can't directly, we can't multiply, we can't go for the cross multiplication with that x containing term, some variable containing term, just keep it in mind. So whether it changes or reverses, we won't come to know. But you can multiply by a number, otherwise divide by a number, positive number or negative number, just now we saw. Okay, so that's why you can't go for that cross multiplication so easily, especially whenever in the denominator x containing term, otherwise variable if it is there. Understood? Just keep it in mind. Okay, then taking the reciprocal, okay, suppose it is 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. 1 by 2, it is larger than 1 by 3, right? So suppose if I take the reciprocal, it is 2 and 3, but 3 is larger than 2. So inequality reverses here, right? But there are some conditions. You can't go for as you wish. Okay, so as we did in that equation part, directly we taken that reciprocal, but here you can't. Okay, so sometime inequality reverses, sometime inequality remains the same. So it depends on that symbols. Okay, plus plus. Okay, both the sides, otherwise minus minus, it depends on that symbols there. So that's why, okay, so taking the reciprocal also, it's not at all easier. Okay, it's your task in case of your inequality, solving that inequality. Okay, we'll check for that squaring now. Okay, suppose minus 3 is less than 2, right? But while squaring, so what it comes here, it is 9 and here it is 4. So which one is larger? 9 is larger than 4, right? So similarly here also, we can't we can't take this part, squaring part, okay, so easily, okay, as we did in case of your equation chapter. So here it should be very careful. Once again here, okay, if it contains the same symbol, plus plus, if it is there, so in that case inequality remains the same. In other cases, some cases it changes, many constraints it comes, okay, just keep it in mind. So similarly taking the square root, okay, so suppose it is x square is less than 4. Okay, suppose in case of your equation hege martira ade tara madidre, okay, enta agtade, it is x is less than 2 it comes, right? Okay, so if it is x is less than 2, if you write, okay, so in that case I am taking some number, it is x is equal to minus 5. This one also it should satisfy this inequality to tell that solution it is, right? So whether it satisfies here, no, it is 25 is less than 4, I can't tell, right? So that's why here also square root, taking the square root also, it's not at all easier, so you can't go for this one, okay, so easily. So there are many constraints for these 4 operations in case of your inequality. Okay, so that's why in our chapter we are going to avoid using this kind of thing, okay, cross multiplication, taking the reciprocal, especially in cross multiplication, okay, so cross multiplying by x containing term, otherwise variable containing term, we are avoiding, okay, and taking reciprocal, squaring, taking the roots, okay, all those things you are going to study in that higher level part, okay, in that JEE, otherwise competitive section. But in this chapter, okay, we are going to use generally these first 4 operations here. So that's why out of that first 4 operation, third and fourth one, that is dividing and multiplying by negative quantity, we must be very careful. So inequality reverses. But if you divide or multiply by positive quantity, it remains the same. So adding and subtracting, no problem. You can add with the same quantity, positive quantity on both the sides. Otherwise, negative quantity, same quantity on both the sides, inequality remains the same. Let us take that first question to solve that linear inequality. Okay, write down in your notes, that is solve, it is 24x is less than 100. When, okay, first case, x is a natural number, x is a natural number, and second case where x is a, okay, an integer. Okay, how can you solve this particular linear? Okay, so it is highest power of x, it is 1. So how can you solve? Okay, so here it is 24x is less than 100 is there. So what I do is I'll divide. Okay, so I need to solve for x it is, right? So I need to get that x on the left hand side. So I don't want together that x, that 24 I don't want. So that's why I'll divide on both the sides by 24. So in that case it is here, left side it's x and right side part it is 100 divided by 24, correct? And 100 divided by 24, okay, so I can write it is divided by 4, it is 25 divided by, okay, so it is 6, right? Okay, it is nearly, it comes as a some 4.166, okay, somewhat such kind of number it comes there. What about that solution for x it comes? Okay, so finally, okay, it is x is less than 4.666 it comes there. And I got that condition like in first case 1, what it says, your x it should be a natural number. So which are the natural numbers which are less than, x is less than 4.166 it is. So which are the solution set it contains? It is x belongs to, there is x, it can take that values like 1, 2, 3 and 4, because x it should be less than 4.166. So it is 4, it is included. So this is your solution set, right? So I can write that x belongs to this particular set it is. So this is your solution. Right? Similarly, case 2. In that case 2, what it says, x is an integer. X is an integer. And once again, what's the condition? X, it must be less than 4.166 it is. So which are the numbers possible here? So highest number, once again, 4 is an integer. Otherwise 3, it can be, X, it should be less than, right? So it is 2, and then 1, then it is 0. If you go for that integer, negative numbers, okay, so you can take, it is X is less than this particular number, so I can go for this kind of numbers here. I'm going to put that some dots here, and this is your solution set we are going to write. So this is your solution for this particular question. There it contains 2 cases here, right? So similarly, we'll go for that another question. It is, this is the first question in your first exercise here. It is solve 3x plus 8 the greater than 2 when x is an integer, and the second question it is x is an real number here. I'll take that 3x plus 8 that is greater than 2 here, and I need to get that x containing term on the left hand side it is to solve for x here. So I don't want this 8 on the left hand side. So I need to subtract on both the sides by 8 it is. If you add or subtract, the inequality remains the same, right? So that's why I'm going to subtract on both the sides it is. So inequality remains the same, okay? Inequality doesn't reverses, okay? So now here it is 3x while subtracting by 8 on the left hand side. On the right hand side it's 2 minus 8 it comes, correct? Now I need that x containing term, right? I don't want 3. It is in the form of 3 into, so I need to divide by 3 here on both the sides. So when you are dividing by 3, a positive quantity, so whenever it comes to that dividing and multiplication, you should be very careful. So if it is positive number, okay, no problem. But if it is negative number, it creates a problem it is, right? So you need to reverse that sign it is, just keep it in mind while multiplying and dividing by negative quantity. Here it is positive quantity, okay, so happy with this. Okay, so it is x when you are dividing by 3, and right hand side already it is minus 6 is there. While simplifying here, it is minus 6 divided by 3 it comes. If you simplify a bit further, so it is x is greater than minus 2. So now here there are 2 cases it is question, okay, it contains 2 questions here. In that first question, okay, it is asked when x is an integer. X is an integer. So if it is x is an integer, and that integer should be greater than, x is an integer, and integer it should be greater than minus 2. Can I start with the minus 2? No, right? So which side I need to move? Greater than, right side I need to move, right? So which are that integers? It is minus 1, then it comes 0, then it comes 1, 2, 3, greater than minus 2, right? So this kind of solution set it comes for that first question. Second question, so now here you should be careful, it is a real number. So your case it is when x is a real number. So you should be careful here, because in between that 2 integer there are infinitely many real numbers are there. So you can't count, you can't write in that roster form it is, that solution set. So that's why x is greater than minus 2. So how can represent in that real numbers? We are taking the help of open interval, close interval, right? So x is greater than minus 2. So I can write it as, it is minus 2 kinta jasti, right? Till infinity, right? So it is minus 2 in the hitkondo, infinity tanaka. But x is strict inequality here, x is greater than minus 2. So that's why this is open interval it comes. And infinity also, okay, we are taking it as open interval because infinity is not belongs to that real number. So this is your solution set it comes. So this is what about the second question. I hope it is understood. So here in your exercise, this kind of questions are there at the beginning. So this is I think 4th question in that exercise it is. If it is this way it is there, integer mention ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ natural number mention ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದರದ್ದೇ answer ಬರಬೇಕು. Okay, but if it is real numbers, like this way we are going to represent by using that open interval, sometimes it is closed interval. So if it is here slack inequality greater than or equal to idre, minus 2 also included. Hege baritire included, it is closed interval, and it is greater than or equal to right side we are moving. So suppose if it is less than if it is there, so we need to move for the left side it is, right? Minus 2 kinda coming. So like that it proceeds. Okay, just keep it in mind. Okay, now I'll go for that next question here. That is your third one, and it's not mentioned anything about x is integer, x is natural number, nothing is mentioned. right? If it is nothing is mentioned, it is understood that it is a real number. Okay, so it's the biggest set. Okay, I need to find that solution in case of your real number set is. So now here, once again, it is 3 into, it is 2 minus x, which is greater than or equal to, it is 2 into 1 minus x here. And it is solved for this inequality, both the sides we need to use, right? And main intention it is, I need to get that x containing terms to the one side here. So directly I can't do, so I need to multiply these two. So here it is 6 minus 3x, which is greater than or equal to, it is 2 minus 2x it is. Now what I do is, I need to get this 2x on that left side it is, so that's why I'm going to add on the both the sides by 2x. I don't know whether it is 2x is positive or negative number. So nothing to worry, while adding or subtracting inequality remains the same. So that's why I'm going to add that 2x on both the sides by keeping that inequality same. In that case here it is 6 minus, well taking to the other side, it's not other side, okay, so it is adding on both the sides here. So what it comes, it is 3x plus 2x, so it comes as a x here, and the right side part it remains with the 2. I don't want that 6 on the left hand side, so what should I do? I need to subtract by that 6 it is, because it is added for that minus 6, okay, minus x ಗೆ 6 add ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು subtract ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So if I subtract on both the side with the same quantity, positive or negative, inequality once again, it remains the same. Right, so here it comes as a minus x, while adding with that minus 6 it is, while subtracting by 6 it is, get cancels. On the right side it is 2 minus 6 here, so it comes as x is greater than or equal to minus 4, right? So here I don't want that minus x, I want it as x itself, so I am to divide by, it is minus 1 on both the sides. So if you divide or multiply here, it should be careful, right? That inequality reverses when you are dividing by a negative quantity or multiply by negative quantity, it should be careful. So it comes as here, it is x, while dividing by minus 1, right side it comes as a 4, right? But nothing is mentioned, real numbers. So how can I write that solution set here? You can write like this way it is minus infinity, x it should be less than or equal to 4, less than or equal to 4 in the sun, left side I need to move of that 4 it is, right? So it is 4 ಆದರೆ left side ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ move ಆಗಬೇಕು, it is minus infinity it is, right? But 4 is included, is equal to 4, so if it is included we are writing like this closed interval, so like this way we are writing that solution set. Shall we go for that third question here? It is solved once again, that is inequality, it is a which inequality? Slack inequality, less than or equal to is there, okay fine. And here it is numerator, denominator, numerator, denominator, but luckily denominator is a number. If the denominator is some expression, you can't go for that cross multiplications here, okay. And here first we will simplify this one, so just simplifying left side or right side, no problem, but ಈ inequality cross ಆಗುವಾಗ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, right? So inequality ಆ side ಈ side, left side right side move ಆಗುವಾಗ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, that it is reverses or not reverses, you need to think. Okay, at the beginning you may find it little bit tough it is, but when you are solving more and more questions it becomes easier. And in that last two questions I went detail. Okay, so when I'm adding which term I need to add on both the side, in detail I went, just think about that particular thing. But in that coming questions, I'll reduce that steps there. So while moving to that side, this side, okay, sometimes we're going to add, subtract, okay, multiplying, dividing by, so when you're dividing, multiplying by negative number, should be careful. Otherwise, it is somewhat same as your equations only, solving that equations only, right? So that's why here, just observe, ಹೇಗೆ solve ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. I'll write that question, it is 3 into, it is x minus 2 divided by, it is 5, which is less than or equal to, it is 5 into, it is 2 minus x divided by 3. So what it implies, here it is 3x minus 6 divided by 5, and here it is 10 minus 5x divided by 3, right? And here I can go for directly cross multiplication here, because it is number, denominator number, expression alla, so idu positive number, this is a positive number, inequality when you are going for that multiplication part with that positive number, it remains the same. So that's why here what I do is I'll go by in detail, okay, so it is multiplying by 5 on both the sides, inequality remains the same. So when I'm multiplying on both the side by 5, so what it comes here, it is get cancels with that 5. Left hand side, it is 3x minus 6 birthday. Right hand part, okay, it comes like this way, divided by 3. And here, once again, I don't want this 3 here. Okay, so what should I do? So how to eliminate that 3 in the denominator? I need to multiply by 3 on both the sides. Once again, inequality remains the same. It is a positive number, right? I'm sure. So here, it is 9x minus 18. And here, okay, when I'm multiplying by 3, get cancelled. So it remains this term, it is, multiply this one. So it is 50 minus, it is 25x it comes. Okay, now, we are eliminated that denominator term. I need that x containing term on the one side, right? So that's why I'll move this one to that left side. That means what here? It is adding on both the sides by, it is 25x. So x is there, so positive or negative or guttilla, but adding or subtracting, no problem, right? So that's why idu illige bartide. So we are going to add on both the sides. So it comes as a 34x here. And I'm going to move this one to the right side part, as usual in that equality part it is, right? So actually it is operation like adding by 18 on both the sides, adding on both, okay, both the side by 18. So that time what it become here, inequality remains the same. Idu illige bartide, right? So how much it comes? It is 68 it gives, correct? So if you simplify, okay, I don't want that here 34 into x, I want it as x only. So what should I do? I need to divide by 34 on both the sides there. If I divide by 34, okay, on both the sides, so it comes as x is, okay, positive number dividing or multiplying, okay, no problem. It remains the same, so here it comes as a 2. So once again, nothing is mentioned. So whatever the solution set it comes, okay, it is in case of your reals. So it is 2 x is less than or equal to 2. So which side I need to move? Left side it is, right? So x is less than or equal to 2, real numbers. How can take here? It is 2 and left side part, till where it is infinity here. And infinity minus infinity, so it's not belongs to the reals. And here, which symbol I need to put? Less than or equal to, which symbol I need to put? It is closed interval, right? So this one, it becomes your solution set. Clear? So similarly, I'm going for this question here, fourth one. Once again, that denominator it is there, right? So, but denominators are numbers. It's not expressions. If it is expressions are there, you can't cross multiply, just keep it in mind, right? So now here, how to simplify? Once again, that both the sides I need to use. This is your question I'm going to write. So what it implies, first I'll simplify that each side, okay, it is simplified, okay, simplified here. Here, it is common denominator is 2. So it is x plus 2 whole divided by 2 I can write. Okay, now, actual part it is, you're going to multiply by 3 and then you're going to multiply by 2 on both the sides. That is your method. But here I'm reducing that step here. I'm going for that cross multiplication because these are the numbers. That is also both the numbers are positive. Both the numbers are positive. That's why I'm going to multiply that thing it is. But if it is any one number, it's negative, you need to go for the next line, because when you're multiplying or dividing, negative number inequality reverses. Again and again I'm saying, because it should be perfect while multiplying and dividing by negative, okay. So now here, it is 2x it comes and inequality remains the same, multiplying by positive number, it is 3x plus 6 it become. And I'll moving this one to the left side, in the sense you're going to subtract both the sides by 3x, right. So that time it is minus x. Inequality remains the same when you're adding or subtracting, right? So like this one it comes, it is, here it is x it, 6 it comes. I don't want that minus x here, I want it as x it is. So again you need to divide by what? Okay, I need to divide by that minus, otherwise you need to multiply by minus 1 it is. So when you're multiplying or dividing, so inequality reverses. So here I'm going to multiply, otherwise divide by minus 1, it is one and the same here. So it is x and inequality reverses, and here it is minus 6. So again nothing mentioned, real numbers. So it is minus 6 in the hit kondo, okay, x is less than, I need to move for the left side part. So it is minus infinity and strictly less than, so that's why it is open interval, this is also anyhow. So this is your solution set. We'll go for the next one here. It is solving that inequality once again, but one extra step it is there. Solve, okay, show that the graph of the solution. Okay, Okay, so after getting that solution, you need to write that one in the graphical way. And once again, one variable linear inequality, right? One variable linear inequality, one variable. So if it is one variable, one number line it comes when you're showing that one in the graphical method. Once again, so you need to simplify it, right? So what it implies in that simplification part, it is 2x minus 1 divided by 3, left hand side. Right side part, okay, I'm not going to cross that inequality it is. So just simplifying here, I can do anything it is as usual, okay. So here I'm going to take that common denominator, so it is 20, right. So this one it comes here, so it is 15x minus 10, and here it comes with the minus symbol. So it is minus 8, okay, so minus or minus it comes plus, and then multiplying by 4, okay, so it is 4x it gives, right. So I didn't cross that inequality, just keep it in mind while simplifying this one. This is just a right hand side, right. So now here it comes, crossing with that inequality it is, so you should be careful here. So before that, I'll simplify that right side part and the simpler part here. So I can write it is 19x and here it is minus 18, I can write whole divided by 20. So how to proceed further? Once again, the denominator numbers, okay, so nothing to worry, right. So I'll go for that cross multiplication it is, because it's a positive number, both the numbers are positive, easy agi bartade, right. Here it comes as a 40x minus 20. I'm reducing some steps here. So actually 2 steps are there. You need to multiply by 3 on both the sides and then multiply by 20. I'm going to write that one together because both the numbers are positive. Try to understand. So here multiplying by this one. So it is 57x and here it is 54. And once again, x containing term, it should be on the one side there, right. So what it become? Well, bringing to that left side here, it is minus 17x it comes. And on the right hand side, okay, I'll add on both the sides by 20 it is. Okay, so here it is subtracted both the sides to get this one, subtracted both the sides by minus, others subtracted both the sides by 57x. Okay, so if it is adding or subtracting, no problem for that inequality. So here it is, I don't want this, I need to add on both the sides by 20. So here it is minus 34. And once again, minus 30, okay, 17x is there, I don't want that minus 17x, I want it as x here. So what should I do? I need to divide both the sides by minus 17. Okay, so when it comes that minus 17 dividing or multiplying negative number, you should be careful, right? So what should I write here? For this one, it is x here, but inequality what happens? Yes, it is reverses, right? So it is reverses, and on the other side it comes as it is 34 divided by minus 17, so it comes as a 2. So how can I write that solution set? X is less than or equal to 2, so left side nan move agbeku, 2 beku, because it is equal to 2, right? It is beku, close interval, and here it is minus infinity, like this way it comes. How can I represent this solution set in graphical method? It is one variable, right? So it comes as a number line, okay, one number line here, and if it is, this is equal to 2, okay, so this is equal to 2, which side I need to move? I told if it is x is less than or equal to 2, it is left side, right? And 2 is included, close interval. So that's why for that 2, I need to take it as dot. 2 is included. So we know that how to represent that close interval or open interval in case of a number line, right? So same representation here. So it is 2 is included, so upon that 2 it is dot, and I need to shade that left side of 2, I need to shade. Idu shade ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, okay, idu ಕಾಣಬೇಕು, okay. So for till where it is, till infinity it is. So this one is the representation it comes. So suppose here it is open interval. So which notation here? Okay, so you can't put it as dot, it is, okay, so we need to put it as open interval adre circle bartade. So we know that representation, we studied that representation in case of your open interval and close interval. So this is a graphical representation it comes. If it is asked, then only you do. Okay, now going for this question it is, so you take it as homework part, it takes a time. Okay, once again denominator, okay, 1 by 3 is there, right? So you can multiply both the sides by 3. So first of all I can eliminate this part it is, and then you need to take that common denominator simplification, and that one again denominator it comes as a 5 positive number. Okay, it's not a big thing it is, you can solve this one it is. Okay, so now I'll go for this solving this question it is, third one, where it comes as a double inequality, right? So how to solve this one it is. In the middle it is 3x minus 4 is there, so I'm trying to get at the end, in the middle it has x here. So I don't want minus 4 in the middle. So what should I do? I need to add all the sides. It's not both the sides, it's all the sides by 4. When you're adding or subtracting, inequality remains the same. So what it implies that inequality it is 6 here, and here it is 3x, and here if you are adding by 4 it comes as a 9. What about that inequality? While adding it remains the same, right? And here I need that in the middle it has x, so I don't want that 3x it is. What should I do? I need to divide by 3, exactly, right? So if it is dividing or multiplying by positive number, inequality enta agtade? Same ulitade. So here it is x, and if you divide 6 by 3, so it comes as a 2, and here it comes as a 3. So this is what about that double inequality we are saying. Okay, x it comes in between from that 2 to 3. So here I can write that solution set. Okay, so like 2, 2, 3, it is both the things are close. It's not till minus infinity, or it's not it is till plus infinity and all. It is boundary, it is there. So exit should be exit should be greater than or equal to 2. Exit must be less than or equal to 3. So like that it comes. How can you represent this one in terms of graphical method? Okay, so once again one variable inequality it is. So one number line it is needed, and it is minus 2 here, and here it is plus 3. Okay, plus 2 and plus 3 it is here. 2 is also included, 3 is also included. So here I need to put some dot it is here, and for this one also it is included dot, and in between these two, whatever that region is there, I need to shade it, right? So you know the method how to represent that closed interval, open interval. So this is what about that representation. Once again, if it is some open interval, when it comes to open interval, if it is this inequality it is less than, otherwise here it is less than, strict inequality if it is there, it comes as an open interval, correct? So in that open interval we need to take it as some circle, illi circle. That means 2 is not included, 3 is not included, but 2.0001 it is included. That's the meaning it comes. So you know that, just mention, okay, so just keep it in mind when it comes to open interval, how to proceed it here. Okay, we'll go for next question here. Okay, it's not separate question, single question only. Okay, I need to represent, I need to solve this inequalities. It's not inequality, it is inequalities. Two inequalities are there, and graphically I need to represent. Okay, what it means, okay, if it is two inequalities are given, what it means. So I need to get that x value. Okay, solution beku, but that solution should satisfy that both the inequalities, eradu inequalities are satisfy agbeku, eradu inequalities are true agbeku. So how to proceed? Okay, so here this one implies that okay, we need to solve this one also, and I need to satisfied by that both the inequality, in the sense that solution region, whatever it is there, whatever that two set it comes, I need to look for the common elements. Okay, intersection I need to look for. So how to simplify this one? You know the method, right? Plus 1 illi beda. I need to subtract both the sides by 1. So here it is 5x, and here it comes as a minus 25. So subtracting by 1, inequality remains the same, no problem. So now I don't want that 5 here. So 5 into x is there, so I need to divide both the sides by 5. So inequality doesn't changes, it remains the same, right? So here it is x, and here it comes as a minus 5. So dividing by positive number, no problem, like this one it comes. So this is what about that solution part of that first part. And second one here, once again, I don't want that minus 1 here, right? So I need to add both the sides by 1, adding or subtracting, inequality remains the same, it is 25. And this one, again, I need to divide by 5, positive number, it comes as x is less than 5 it is, right? So here it says that exit should be greater than minus 5, and here it says that exit must be less than 5. So as I told, I need to get that solution which satisfies that both the inequality, same question, it's not separate question, right? So both the inequality. So here in case of your number line, if you see, minus 5 it comes here, and plus 5 it is here. Exit must be greater than minus 5. Exit must be greater than minus 5, this side. And here it says that exit must be less than 5. Okay, exit must be less than 5, this side. ಎರಡು ಸಹ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಎರಡು ಸಹ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓಪನ್ -5 to infinity here, and here it says that it is open interval. Okay, so it is 5 in the left side, it is minus infinity it is here. So like this way it comes, but I need to get that common. So common region elli barthuಂಟು, in between that -5 and +5 it is. So what it comes is a common region here, it comes as your solution region, it comes as it is -5 to 5. It's the intersection of these two sets, common region, intersection of these two sets. So this is your final answer, and you need to represent this one in the number line it is. So in case of your number line, okay, hege bartide. Okay, so it comes like this one. So for that -5 it is circle. -5 illa, open interval. 5, that is also a circle, right? In between these two, whichever that numbers are there, so I need to shade, right? So this is what about that graphical representation of that solution part.